absolute. He neither begets, nor was he begotten, and there is none like him. If the Great Pyramid of Giza can slow down the time around it, and it's in the shape of a pyramid, why can't a throne? And the throne of Allah is much, much bigger than the Pyramid of Giza. It's much larger than the Earth, than Jupiter, than the Milky Way galaxy, the Andromeda, a supernova, a black hole, our whole universe. The throne is larger than all the universes combined, and then some. Allah says that his throne encompasses the heavens and the earth. Yes, this does mean that God's kingdom encompasses the heavens and the earth, but let's take it more literally than that. His actual throne encompasses the heavens and the earth due to its size. The throne is the base reference point of time itself, because throne time is the measurement that Allah is using, as that is where he is. Due to the way that the throne's gravity bends the fabric of space-time, time goes extremely slowly at the throne relative to the earth. Of course, the slowest that time can pass is no time at all. For example, at the center of a black hole, time doesn't exist. But we are talking about severe time dilation, not if time stopped, and the most severe time dilation relative to the earth and everything else in existence is at Allah's throne. So taking into consideration that time encompasses all things, then the throne in terms of time itself encompasses the heavens and the earth. Look at the miracle of the Quran. In one sentence, Allah says so much, how He subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us multiple signs from one sentence. His throne encompasses the heavens and the earth.
We can never imagine the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No matter how hard we try, it will always be completely different from what we see in our mind's eye. We only know what Allah has allowed us to know. Just a few examples of how big the throne is compared to all the universes. And He has allowed us to know 4% of the universe. Maybe it's a bit closer to 5% now. Either way, it's not much. At the throne where Allah has decided to be, time is passing very slowly. So slowly that when you think about it, it hurts your mind. Time is relative. So in throne time, a day is equivalent to about 2.3 billion Earth years. At this moment in throne time, it is still the 6th day on the 11th hour. Midnight is approaching. We are on day 6, and 0 hour is very close. Exactly when the hour will commence, only Allah knows. Allah says that the throne is the largest creation He has ever created, but He did not specify when exactly He created it. Time started at the birth of the universe, right? But when did throne time start? When did actual time start? At the birth of the throne. But when was that? Was the throne created at the precise moment of the Big Bang? Or was it created before that? If the throne was created before the Big Bang, then it has been more than 6 throne days. It's been 6 days for Allah since the Big Bang, and 13.82 billion years for the universes. But how many throne days, throne months, or even throne years has it been ever since God created the throne? Wouldn't it be strange to think that the Almighty has only been creating for 6 days? What about before the 6 days we know of? Is it possible that He was creating before, and that He will create after? Remember, Allah is infinite. He is not 6 throne days old. He does not have a beginning or an end. The 7 heavens are 6 throne days old, and the earth is 2 throne days old, within the 6 throne days. But we do not know how old the throne is. Only Allah knows. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson said something very interesting. He said, "We do not know what we do not know." In other words, there is so much mystery out there in the universe. We know this, but we do not know what the mystery is. So we do not know what we do not know. The universe is expanding and accelerating, and Neil says that one day it may expand so much that future humans will not know anything but the stars and planets of our own Milky Way galaxy. They won't know that there is anything else out there. All of the galaxies would be so far away that their telescopes won't be able to find them. Then Neil asked, what if this happened before? What if we are missing things that are too far away from us now? So it makes one wonder, how do we know that there has only been one Big Bang in the history of all things created by Allah? Only Allah knows. With the exception of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is not bound by space and time, everything else in the universe needs the fabric of space to exist. This is because everything is made of matter except Allah. And matter cannot be without space. So the throne needs space. And before the Big Bang, scientists claimed that there was no space or time. Space needs time and time needs space. For example, if you want to meet up with a friend of yours, you can't just say, let's meet at the corner of Blue Street. Well, what time? You also can't just say, let's meet at 6 o'clock. Well, where? Space and time are combined. So in this case, if time started at the throne, then there had to be space. Maybe God created the throne at the exact moment he set up the Big Bang? Or maybe there are indeed more days than the 6 days that we know of. But Allah had to start from somewhere. There had to be a day one for creation. And maybe when the Big Bang happened, that was day one of the creation of space-time. However, maybe that was just day one for the heavens and the earth. Because God says that the first thing he created was the throne. Allah says, he it is who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and his throne was upon the waters, so as to test you, who among you is the best in works. From this verse, we can see that Allah's throne already existed before the heavens and the earth, and the water beneath the throne existed along with it. So either the throne or the water beneath was the first creation of Allah, and anything else around those two creations, or the throne, the water, and the surroundings, if there were any, were all created simultaneously. But what is clear is that the mighty throne and the water beneath were created before the heavens and the earth, so before the Big Bang.
Our Prophet ﷺ told us that amongst the first things Allah created was the pen. The pen asked, what should I write? And Allah replied, everything until the last day. The pen recorded all the matters of the universes 50,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth. So before the Big Bang. 50,000 years. What years? Earth years? Throne years? It doesn't matter to Allah because He is infinite. So even if it is 50,000 throne years, which is about 41.975 quadrillion Earth years. So before He created the heavens and the earth and all the beings, He decided to create the throne and to have a record of all things in a book, the mother of books. Take computers and iPhones, for example. They record everything in code, like the Matrix. So even we do this. I wonder where we get this idea from. How God logs everything. No one knows. This pen, don't even bother trying to imagine it. We can't.